Since last couple days, media says Section 8 is on its way, and many Telanganites say they wanted to protest. My uncle, Dr. Subhash Chandra Reddy, who played a key role in doing a research on Article 3 and submitting it to Government of India, which also helped in achieving Telangana. He fought in Telangana movement since before 1969 as a student leader and worked with Telangana Praja Samiti, and till date he played a key role in achieving Telangana state and playing a key role in protecting it. He has enlightened about Section 8 and I would like to share it with you all. Hope this will help Telangana government and all the Telanganites to stay worry-free. Telangana State, AP State Reorganization Act 2014 and Section 8. There is no need, reason or any basis to launch a protest agitation by Telangana citizens against the section declaration or launch. It would be an exercise in futility and we would be rebels without a cause, mostly because it is unnecessary as well as it is too late for action. We had staunchly opposed making of Hyderabad as a common or joint capital for the truncated state of Andhra Pradesh, but many thought we were too rigid and even might be detrimental for the process of formation of Telangana. Our opposition was based on impracticality and absurdity of making Hyderabad a joint capital given the geographical locations of the two states. For worse, the Congress government, in its usual lack of wisdom, created Hyderabad as a joint capital for a period not exceeding 10 years. For good, the same government also clearly decreed that Hyderabad is a territory of Telangana state and not owned jointly by AP. In order to placate the tremendous lobbying of Seemandhra capitalists though, the same government placed Section 8 in the Reorganization Act. As much as I hate this mess, I concede that it was a brilliant hoodwinking of the Seemandhra lobby. Why do I consider it a brilliant hoodwinking at the conceited Seemandhra lobby? Because most of what is stated in Section 8 is just a rehash of what is already provided in the Constitution and applicable for all states except Jammu and Kashmir. By restating the same constitutional provisions, the Congress government made it appear as if this is a special concession to AP and a serious undermining of Telangana state's rights. As a result, the Seemandhra lobby thinks they have absolute power on Hyderabad, while Telangana people are up in arms thinking they have sold out. In reality, neither is what it appears to be. Why? Because Section 8 has been in effect since the day Telangana and Andhra states have come into existence. There is no need for the governor to make a special declaration that he is invoking Section 8 on a specific day. Then why would we resort to a protest agitation now against Section 8, which has been in effect for more than a year? Article 163 of our Constitution bestows the same powers stated in Section 8. 1. There shall be a council of ministers with the chief minister at the head to aid and advise the governor in the exercise of his functions, except in so far as he is by or under this Constitution required to exercise his functions or any of them in his discretion. 2. If any question arises whether any matter is or is not a matter as respects which the governor is by or under this Constitution required to act in his discretion, the decision of the governor in his discretion shall be final, and the validity of anything done by the governor shall not be called in question on the ground that he ought or ought not to have acted in his discretion. 3. The question whether any, and if so what, advice was tendered by ministers to the governor shall not be inquired into in any court. We do not fear Section 8 any more than Article 163 in our Constitution. Besides, the governor acts essentially on the advice and aid of Council of Ministers of the state headed by the Chief Minister. Additionally, the oath taken by the governor protects us Telanganites. I do swear in the name of God, solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of governor, will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the law, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of the state of Telangana. The foundation of my statements lie in the Constitution of India. Let me try to explain my statements. We need to know, learn, and accept Articles 2, 3, and 4 in our Constitution. Every word is critical and must be understood in its entirety. Everybody now knows Article 3, which facilitates the formation of new states. Most, however, don't fully appreciate Articles 2 and 4, and therefore we must focus on them. Article 2. Admission or establishment of new states. Parliament may by law admit into the Union or establish new states on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. This article bestows on the Parliament to set up any terms and or conditions in creating AP and Telangana states, like joint capital and Section 8, even if they are unfair and unnecessary. Article 4. Laws made under Articles 2 and 3 to provide for the amendment of the first and the fourth schedules and supplemental, incidental, and consequential matters. Laws. This article specifies that the laws provided in Article 2 and 3, admission, establishment of new states, and alternation of names, areas, and boundaries, etc., of established states are not to be considered amendments of the Constitution under Article 368, which means these can be passed without resorting to any special procedure and by simple majority. What does it mean? It means that the Parliament needs only a simple majority to pass the laws provided under Article 2 and 3, like Section 8 and creation of AP and Telangana states, without needing to amend the Constitution. This where the previous Attorney General, Ghulam Hussain Isaji Vahanwati, made a monumental error in understanding the Constitution and opined that Telangana state could not be created without first amending the Constitution, which needed 3/4 majority. The Congress government disregarded the AG's opinion. If you have followed the statements before and correctly understood the facts, then you will agree that Section 8 and Hyderabad as joint capital are constitutionally valid. That's why I made my opening statement. There is no need, reason, or any basis to launch a protest, agitation by Telangana citizens against section declaration or launch. It would be an exercise in futility, and we will be rebels without a cause, mostly because it is unnecessary as well as too late for action. Now, the good news. The Hyderabad High Court recently gave this judgment. On a fair reading of Section 5 of Act 2014 as correctly contended by the learned AG for the state of Telangana, the state of Andhra Pradesh is a mere user of the city of Hyderabad for a maximum period of 10 years. It has no proprietary right, title, and interest in this city, and none of the assets which belong to the erstwhile state of Andhra Pradesh located at Hyderabad can be claimed by the state of Andhra Pradesh except in accordance with Act 2014. This judgment is final and unalterable. It clearly states that the government of Andhra Pradesh has no rights, title, and interest in Hyderabad. Therefore, the state of AP cannot establish police stations in Telangana. It cannot use its police powers or administrative powers in Hyderabad. Since the Section 8 has been in effect for more than a year, and that the governor has not usurped extraordinary law and order powers. There will be no new controls imposed by the governor now or in the future, because our state is headed by a cool-headed Chief Minister, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who will also govern according to the constitutional safeguards provided. We don't expect any constitutional breakdown. Whatever discretionary powers a governor has, he cannot interfere in the day-to-day operations of the state, especially against any criminal activities being investigated and or being prosecuted. We should all take a deep breath and pause and take it easy. There is little for us to be alarmed. Perhaps the government of AP will read the writing on the wall and hasten its plans to move to its own capital in its own territory, and that will preserve its prestige and dignity. Why should one stay where one is not a honored guest? Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.